even if a lot of people are doing this one path, but it doesn't really resonate with you, listen to your inner truth. Hello, beautiful shining souls. My name is Justine, Intuitive Life Guide from the Philippines. Welcome back to my channel. So, for today, I actually have something planned to share with you. But as I was preparing to record myself, something else wants to be shared, and I feel like this is a message that someone in the community needs to hear, whether it's at the time of publishing this video or somewhere down the road, and that beautiful shining soul, it could be you, stumbled across this video. So let me tune into that message, because that is what's most alive right now. Okay. There is, for people who are feeling the pull to answer the call of their lives, for people who are feeling the pull to create a change, to follow their passion, purpose, or soul work and mission. Those who have already been on the path, and I include myself in this because I have also shared this message before. We often hear the message that the time to start is now. If you're waiting to be ready, don't, because you will never really be ready. Start now. And yes, that is true. But here's the thing. Start now can mean different things. And being ready, feeling ready, can mean different things as well. And so I just want to unpack this, because someone could hear this message and in their hearts, deep down in their hearts, they know that there is this strong pull for them to make that change. And yet, there's also something within them that is not yet ready. Even if they've been doing the work to prepare themselves, they have joined programs, and yet they still find themselves not ready for one reason or another. And they may hear this message and they may think, is there something wrong with me? What the heck is wrong with me? Why can't I make this work? And I'm sharing this because I've been there. I've asked those questions. And that feeling of shame, that feeling of unworthiness, of losing belief in yourself, losing trust in yourself, I don't want you to feel that for yourself, because it won't serve you. It doesn't serve you, and it doesn't have to be that way. Now, what we usually see when other people are going through this huge life transition, this huge life change, life transformation in pursuing their passion, their purpose, their soul work and mission, is doing the external work of jumping in and starting this new chapter in their lives. We are seeing the external work of shifting to doing a different thing, transitioning to a different career, pursuing a different path. But that is only one way of starting that transition. What we don't see, what we don't usually see, and what people don't usually won't share is what's happening on the inside. There is also an internal shift that needs to happen. And there's no better path. Whether you choose to go all in right away, great. If you choose to start with doing the internal first, that's also great. There's no one size fits all solution. There is only the path that is right for you. Now, let's make this more concrete, just so you have an idea of what a different way of starting could look like. And I will relate this to getting yourself ready, doing the work so that you can be ready to do that external shift, that huge or small life transition. Okay? So, this is not an exhaustive list. I'll just give maybe like 3 examples. So, one is doing the internal work of getting to know yourself and understanding your internal motivation, your why, your big why, and really getting clear on that. Because sometimes some people, they just see other people doing it, and yes, that feels, like they are motivated, they want to also do that, there's a possibility, but they have not discovered their big why yet. And then later down the road, they find themselves at a crossroads and they're self-sabotaging, or they have already achieved the success. By success meaning the money, the career, the big house, the influence, the impact, but they're still not happy. They're still not satisfied. They're still not feeling fulfilled because they have not identified their big why yet. So Isn't it great if you could identify your big why as early as now? So that your foundation is really strong. But again, like, no one way is better. Second is healing ourselves and working on our limiting beliefs, the old stories, the conditioning, the programming. You know, this is what they say about the mindset shifts. Or it could also be like a really like a different kind of healing, like emotional healing, spiritual healing, physical healing, you know, because that will also prepare you to be ready to do the external work, right? Sometimes, especially if you don't have the energy to start anew, like I would even suggest to start first with really making sure of taking care of yourself first, of bringing yourself back to a good space wherein you have a good flow of energy, you have that energy within you to face whatever challenges. Once you have transitioned and started on the new path, it will lead to more challenges, right? And so you have to prepare yourself. You really have to prepare yourself. And so while you are in that waiting stage, in that preparation stage, take care of yourself. Restore your health, your well-being, your vitality. That's a good priority to have, right? And before you even start, like, already establish a good routine for yourself, a good practice for yourself to help you stay grounded and centered, so that when you start your new thing, whatever that is, you can be in your center and respond to the work from a space of zen, right? Instead of like reacting and being stressed and all that. And third, lastly, but again, like, there are other ways, but these are just the top 3 on top of my head, is to take care of your financial health, right? Especially if you have a family. If you're going to start a new venture, and if you're thinking, especially if you're thinking of really like leaving your old job or your current job and starting a new one from scratch, like, that would require a huge chunk of money, right? You just want to have that safety net, so to speak, so that you can freely explore, so that you will not be stressed out about the money, right? And especially if you have, again, family to take care of, it's okay to make sure that they are taken care of financially, that you will be in a good space once you feel ready to take that next step. So that's another way of being ready to start to jump. Okay? Because some people, they are motivated by having nothing. That sounds not right, but they can push themselves through the lack. But some people, they perform better if they feel safe. If they know that things are regulated, and there's like safety nets, there's like contingencies, that even if they fail, it's gonna be okay. But some people, they're okay without that, and they're just go all in, and they can push themselves, and they can make it work. Again, nothing is better or worse. Like, it's just different people, different personalities, different preferences, different safety levels, different values. So again, there's no one size fits all solution. Like, you really have to start with yourself and really understand what is it for you. What is the right path for you? Okay? Anything else? Yeah. That's all I have. Yeah, I hope that this is landing well for you. And that I was able to share like clearly my thoughts, as a final word from myself. Even if a lot of people are doing this one path, but it doesn't really resonate with you, listen to your inner truth. But I will also challenge you to really ask yourself, is it your inner truth that is speaking? Is it the fear that is speaking? Is it the ego that is speaking? So there's all another layer of exploration around that. But that's another like episode for future Jostine to explore. But for now, have that awareness who is speaking right now. And don't be afraid to challenge your thoughts. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself as well. And once you've already found your answer, then follow what resonates with you. Alright? So that's it for me today. Thank you so much. I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace, love, and